Manny, could it be Manny?
It's definitely Manny, and the reason being is because Manny is never stationary.
Right.
Manny is always on the move. You understand me? Nowadays, with how things go, and with Manny being who Manny is, if Manny can get to 12 rounds, Manny gonna win the fight. Because I know what it takes to be a Manny.
Right.
I know that if anybody can pull it back up, it would be Manny.
Analyzing a potential rematch scenario between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr. highlights one critical factor that could shape the outcome. He points to Pacquiao's movement as the defining element, explaining that his footwork gives him a unique edge in the ring. By constantly shifting positions and attacking from unexpected angles, Pacquiao can find openings that are difficult to anticipate. This mobility allows him to step in and out quickly, reducing the time Mayweather has to react. Over the course of a fight, that kind of pressure and unpredictability could interfere with Mayweather's rhythm, making it harder for him to rely on his usual defensive precision round after round.
What happened in boxing is a lot of people have lost the art of footwork. You understand me? Not many people have footwork. So if you see a guy go out and box like you'll never see in today's time too often, a guy go out and box like Sugar Ray Leonard boxed Marvin Hagler.
Right.
He moved around, he fought when it was time, he moved when it was time. He understood how to use the whole ring to get a victory. Now guys don't do that. Pac-Man, fortunately, is one of those guys who knows how to use the ring. So he don't stand in just one place and fight. With that being said, if his legs can hold up for 12 rounds, he's the guy to...
Eddie Hearn believes that Manny Pacquiao still has what it takes to compete at a high level, even at this stage of his career. He explained that Pacquiao could still come out on top against many fighters currently ranked in the top 20. According to Hearn, the veteran's years of experience, along with his hand speed and sharp understanding of the sport, continue to make him a serious threat to today's active competitors. Max Kellerman made the case that Manny Pacquiao deserves to be ranked higher on a pound-for-pound basis than Floyd Mayweather. He based this view on Pacquiao's journey through multiple weight divisions, starting from much lighter classes and continuing to succeed at higher levels. Kellerman emphasized that Pacquiao's achievements across those divisions demonstrate a greater overall body of work, leading him to conclude that Manny stands as the superior fighter between the two.
I have one major bone to pick with this list. Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, it's true. Floyd is one of the top 10 greatest pound-for-pound fighters who ever lived. Tough to argue
Absolutely.
otherwise. But pound for pound, he can't be above Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a flyweight champion. Not that he turned pro at flyweight. He was good enough as a flyweight to be the lineal champion, the real champion. Now, he didn't win titles in every division. He skipped some of these, but I just want to tell you how flyweight, junior bantam, junior feather, junior light, junior welter, welter, junior middle.
He rolling.
And he laid waste to these divisions. Yeah. He fought great fighters. He never ducked anybody. Yeah. Pacquiao to me, other than Sugar Ray Robinson, he's still one. Pacquiao is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. I can't put Floyd above him.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. has taken issue with Floyd Mayweather referring to a potential rematch as an exhibition, suggesting that at this stage of a fighter's career, the focus should remain on genuine competition rather than purely entertainment. He contrasted that mindset with fighters such as Manny Pacquiao, noting that their motivation is centered more on legacy, championship success, and continuing to prove themselves, instead of prioritizing financial gain.
Because we love fighting more than we love the money. If you don't give us a belt, what are we fighting for?
Right.
If you ain't give him a shot, what are you fighting for? Or if you ain't promised him a shot down the line, what are you fighting for? If they didn't promise Big George a title shot down the line if he wins, what are you fighting for?
Money?
Because we don't love, we don't love the money.
Right.
We love this. This is what makes us stand up. You understand me? The money, we'll get right for it. We'll try to get right. But if you tell us this on the line, that's a whole different.
But not only that, pride too, because you would fight Floyd without no belts right now.
Of course I would. Of course I would.
pride plays a
I'm
big
different.
part.
That's just who I am. You understand me?
He said he's trying to be a regular person.
You feel me? I'm trying. But this right here for a boxer, a real fighter, I love the game. You tell me you want me to fight for a belt, always, here I come. Here I come. And that's
Lance Pugmire reported that Manny Pacquiao took a firm approach during negotiations with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Before committing himself, Pacquiao required Mayweather to put his signature on the agreement first. The reason behind that decision was clear. Pacquiao wanted the matchup to be officially recognized as a professional contest, rather than being treated as an exhibition bout.
Remember, these guys spent many years trying to make a fight between 2010 and 2015 before it finally got done. Manny said he actually signed 2 contracts to fight Floyd back in the day, and it didn't happen. And he said this time when it came around that they were negotiating for this fight that's going to be on Netflix at the Sphere, he said, I'm not doing anything until Floyd signs. You guys bring me a signed Floyd contract and then I'll sign it. And so that has happened. And so Manny is like, look, it's signed. He knows that this is supposed to be a real fight. He knows that this is going to be at the Sphere on Netflix. Nothing but that is going to take place. If he decides to walk away from it, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be, I think the way he phrased it was there's going to be problems. And clearly he's talking about legal maneuvers that would take place against Floyd. And he's calling his bluff. He's like, look, you can either engage in this fight that you have signed for, or I'll see you.
Dan Patrick, a former ESPN analyst, suggested that Floyd Mayweather may have considered backing out of the fight after putting his signature on the agreement. However, once the deal was finalized, stepping away was no longer a realistic option. He explained that the scale of the financial commitments, along with the legal obligations tied to the contract, made it extremely difficult for Mayweather to withdraw from the bout.
It felt like that somebody wanted to call this fight off, and they were told you can't. It was too deep, too deep in the game, and there was a lot of money at stake. And obviously, Pacquiao got in there, but he wasn't throwing any punches. And Floyd Mayweather is a boring fighter. I mean, the presentation is flashy, but he's a defense-first fighter. There's nothing to, when you watch him, you go, oh, okay, didn't get hit again, and he didn't get hit again. Tactically, he's brilliant, but not exciting. So, hey, if you sign up for it, go get him. It'll be September, so maybe it's a slow night for you, and you go, well, maybe I'll just buy this fight. Let me see these 2 guys lean on each.
Roy Jones Jr. has stated that Floyd Mayweather does not make his personal list of the top 5 fighters in history. He explained that, in his opinion, Mayweather did not consistently face opponents who were at the same level as him. According to Jones, many of those high-profile matchups came when those fighters were no longer at their peak, rather than during a time when they were at their absolute best and most competitive.
Mayweather top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10.
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5.
10.
He maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight. Don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand. I know you're a Floyd fan. But here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he's going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further,
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was
Manny
not on his
Pacquiao.
level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question. That's the only way I said it.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I agree
All right,
with
so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Who else? Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So
Roy Jones Jr. has argued that Floyd Mayweather did not defeat any elite fighters at the height of their careers. He stated that although Mayweather shared the ring with several well-known names, those opponents were not at their peak when the fights took place. Jones maintained that, from his perspective, there isn't a single top-level fighter in their prime on Mayweather's record.
When you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level?
George Kambosos Jr., a former world champion, shared high praise for Manny Pacquiao, expressing confidence in his ability to defeat Floyd Mayweather in their officially confirmed rematch. Kambosos pointed to Pacquiao's combination of talent, quickness, and years of experience as key factors that still set him apart. He also highlighted Pacquiao's conditioning and constant pressure, noting that despite his age, he continues to pose a serious challenge to top-tier fighters.
Surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas, and you could see it. And then watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in last year, yeah, it was hard to watch. I know Manny, I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and he turns it on.
Drawing from his past time working alongside Manny Pacquiao, George Kambosos Jr. pointed to specific qualities that could once again create problems for Floyd Mayweather. He highlighted Pacquiao's sharp movement and relentless training habits as major strengths inside the ring. Kambosos also stressed that Pacquiao's drive and determination remain intact, noting that even with the years that have passed, and despite Mayweather's renowned defensive ability, Pacquiao still presents a legitimate challenge.
Trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you know, you'd been, how many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got obviously the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles. And I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-on-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, you know, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?
Freddie Roach has suggested that if Manny Pacquiao were completely at full strength, he would be too much for Floyd Mayweather to handle in the ring. He also claimed that Mayweather delayed the matchup for a long period, pointing to negotiations, demands, and a cautious approach driven by the desire to protect his undefeated record. According to Roach, the fight only came together after significant pressure from fans and widespread media attention.
A fight that your team wants, Freddie?
Definitely. That would be a fight we would want. I would like to get that one back one more time. I know we can do much better. You know, we had an injury in that fight, but you know, regardless, we lost a close decision. I know Manny can do much better than that, and I really think Manny can knock him out.
Really? Right. Like you said, Manny had an injury last time. Now Floyd hasn't fought in a little bit. He's 42 years old. Manny looks sharp. So you think Manny would knock Floyd Mayweather out in the rematch?
Yeah, you know, Floyd's last couple of fights against a kickboxer and whatever the other guy was, he wasn't too impressive, and I think it's a good time to catch him right now. It's kind of disappointing that he didn't stay for the decision and let Manny call him out. he went home quickly.
Was Manny going to call out Floyd?
That's the one he and I won, and I'm sure he would have.
Freddie Roach has openly stated that a key factor behind the long delay of a fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao was, in his view, Mayweather's hesitation to take the matchup. Roach suggested that this reluctance was tied to concerns about protecting his undefeated career record, which he believed influenced the timing of when the fight finally came together.
Do you think Floyd is scared to fight Manny?
Well, you know, he's 42 now, and Manny's a fresh 40. I think he's ducking us right now. Yeah, I mean, because you don't hear no negotiations, no nothing, no rumors. He's being very, very quiet right now.
Wow. Okay. If Floyd is watching this, Freddie, what is your message to him?
The contracts are there. All you have to do is sign them, son.
Are you hopeful that it will happen? Do you think there's an actual chance that it will happen?
I do think it could happen, yes. It's probably not till next year, but the thing is, it is a big fight out there, and again, a fresh Manny with no injuries. I love that fight.
Well, as a boxing fan, I would be really excited to see Manny get another crack at Floyd healthy. I think, clearly he was inhibited, with the shoulder last.
At the same time, David Benavidez has commented that any comeback by Floyd Mayweather would only truly draw massive worldwide attention if it came against Manny Pacquiao again. In his view, their shared history is the only storyline powerful enough to spark global interest at that level once more. He added that audiences are unlikely to be as engaged by other potential exhibition bouts or return fights involving Mayweather if Pacquiao is not part of the equation. Benavidez also leaned toward Mayweather being the likely winner should the rematch take place, crediting his defensive skill set and deep ring experience. Still, he pointed out that both men are now nearing 50 years of age, meaning age, timing, and natural physical decline could play a major role, potentially making a second meeting far less predictable than their first encounter.
What do you think about there's reports saying that Floyd may do a professional fight?
What did you say?
There's word that potentially Floyd might come out and do a professional fight.
Oh yeah?
What's your thoughts on it, as a fan?
I mean, as a fan, I feel like I see what they're doing. They see like the influencers just turned it into like, I'm not gonna say a whole circus show, but I feel like they see if these people come in here and make all this money, then why can't the legends of boxing do that? I feel like they're all the legends of boxing looking at that. And I don't have a problem with them coming back and fighting, but I mean, it's not as exciting as it once was, you know what I mean? I mean, Floyd Mayweather's Floyd Mayweather, but who is he gonna fight? I mean, unless he fights Pacquiao again, I would love to see that.
How do you think a Pacquiao-Floyd rematch would go?
I don't know, but I would love to see it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather is still who he is, I think Floyd Mayweather will win, but I don't know, we have to see. You know, they're both older guys. I think Floyd is 50, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to disrespect any type of way, but he's a 50-year-old man, you know what I mean? Pacquiao is a 48-year-old man too, so I heard something that Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson, so if they could do that, by all means.
Some critics who previously dismissed claims that Floyd Mayweather might be facing financial trouble are now beginning to reconsider their stance. They point to a combination of legal cases, tax complications, and reported financial obligations as possible indicators that his fortune has taken a noticeable hit. Recent accounts referencing ongoing legal battles and a substantial tax liability have further strengthened speculation that Mayweather's financial position may not be as stable as it appeared in earlier years.
By the way, when Floyd, the rumors were, or the reporting was that he was going broke, you were skeptical about it. Now that he's coming back, are you still skeptical about it?
Very good, Max. Yeah. Are you skeptical about it, Shady?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke.
Right.
So if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man, I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
Yeah, and you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do you think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
The upcoming rematch is being framed as a worldwide blockbuster, expected to draw enormous financial attention and generate record-breaking pay-per-view figures, with promoters forecasting a major international audience. In addition to the bout involving Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather is also set to take part in a series of exhibition matches in 2026. One of the highlighted events includes a confirmed featured showdown against Mike Tyson. which has already been announced as part of a larger event schedule. Reports further indicate that Mayweather is lining up several exhibition appearances before making a return to competitive boxing later in the year. Due to his global fame and unbeaten career record, every event he joins continues to attract significant commercial interest. While some critics view these bouts as more entertainment-focused than competitive sport, others argue that they help maintain boxing's global visibility and bring in a broader audience.
Business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they aren't, necessarily the most active fighters. And Mayweather's going to have his exhibition with Mike Tyson in the Congo in April. Pacquiao's going to do one in Vegas with Ruslan Provodnikov, and then they're going to go towards the fight.
I don't know
in
how you
September.
do an exhibition with Provodnikov,
Right?
by the way. I don't know if I would do that.
Right. I wouldn't do that.
Man.
He's not pulling punches, right?
Exhibition with that's like an exhibition with Drago, or like I'm going to do an exhibition with a wild tiger and a kid, like Provodnikov is not the one to do an
Teddy Atlas closely assessed the condition of both fighters, weighing up their current physical state. When it comes to age, he sees no meaningful difference between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, since both are seasoned veterans approaching the closing stage of their iconic careers, effectively putting them on equal footing in that regard. However, Atlas shifts the discussion to accumulated wear and tear, where he believes Mayweather holds an advantage. He explains that Mayweather's defensive, low-risk approach over the years has resulted in less physical damage, helping him maintain his body through long-term elite competition. In contrast, he gives Pacquiao the edge in speed-based attributes such as reflexes, timing, and overall sharpness. Atlas also notes that Pacquiao's more consistent activity in recent years has helped preserve his reaction speed and in-ring rhythm. Meanwhile, he suggests that Mayweather's extended periods away from competition could impact his timing, particularly in the opening rounds of a fight.
Right, I put even. They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. At least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been a naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always Pacquiao.
Roy Jones Jr. has brought new attention back to the legacy of Floyd Mayweather Jr. by raising questions about the significance of his victory over Manny Pacquiao. He suggested that Pacquiao may not have been operating at full physical strength during their 2015 meeting, which in his view could affect how that result is interpreted. Jones explained that evaluating greatness requires looking at the full context, arguing that wins carry different weight depending on the condition of the opponent at the time. If a rival is not at their peak, he believes the accomplishment may not appear as dominant as it otherwise would. His remarks have reignited discussion among boxing fans and analysts, with debate continuing over whether Mayweather's career is defined by victories over prime elite competition or shaped more by timing and the circumstances surrounding his biggest fights.
I would not be able to take credit beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game. But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because
Roy Jones Jr. has also pointed to the extraordinary mindset and fighting spirit of Manny Pacquiao, describing him as the kind of athlete who becomes nearly unstoppable when it comes to boxing attributes. He noted that Pacquiao's intense dedication and training, combined with a belief system rooted in faith and a strong mental approach, builds a competitor who is extremely hard to overcome when fully locked in. Jones has frequently praised Pacquiao's resilience under pressure, his ability to take damage and still keep pressing forward, and his consistency in maintaining offensive output from the opening bell to the final round. In his view, this rare mix of toughness and discipline sets Pacquiao apart, because even when he is physically tested, his determination alone keeps him a live threat against any opponent inside the ring.
How do you feel about Manny Pacquiao
No,
as
I
a
love
fighter
Manny, and I'm
overall?
glad Manny going in too. I'm not saying that Manny is not capable. Manny is one of the dudes that I think definitely deserves to be in. Manny always has been and always will be one of my favorites because of the way he fights. I mean, a guy to come back after being knocked out in 2 of his first 3 fights, then come back and do all the things that Manny did, that story is also just as awesome as Manny Pacquiao's story. You feel me? I mean, come on. Most guys can't bounce back from a knockout period. He got knocked out early in his career twice and came back and did all that.
Do you believe that Manny Pacquiao's movement and quickness would be enough to overcome Floyd Mayweather if they met again in a rematch? Or would Mayweather's defensive control still dictate the pace of the fight? Share your opinion in the comments below.